once again it's raining, so you'll have to excuse the audio quality a little bit. You might hear some rain on the roof and the odd grumpy goat screaming in the background, but we'll forge ahead and do the best we can. Okay, what are these meditations called? These two meditations are called Dawn's Golden Embrace and Sunburst Serenade. With these shorter meditations, I've basically decided to release a roughly 10-minute version with a companion instrumental version combined as an EP. So the EP would be Dawn's Golden Embrace, and then as a really short micro meditation, I'll be releasing another shorter version as a single, which is Sunburst Serenade. I'm really happy with the way both of these types of releases are coming out. Both work really well and offer an awesome quick meditation that works surprisingly well. Both of these meditations are set on the shore of a tranquil lake with the sun rising in the east with hues of pink and orange and gold. So very vivid and very relaxing environment. I used quite a few sound effects in the making to really make the whole experience come to life. I also like to encourage all my listeners to take a close look at the cover art of each meditation before participating. The cover art really shows what was in my mind's eye when I created the meditation, and I think it might help some people to visualize the location of the meditation as they move through it. These two were recorded early 2024 in January while I was still on holiday. I'm currently still on holiday, so I'm hoping to get even more work done. This period has been super productive for me, and just perfect timing in terms of getting a lot of work done for the relaunch of Pathway to Perception and to really push things forward in a positive way. These two started with the meditation script. I developed the idea for the location and the setting, and then began working on and finalising the cover art to give me a little more inspiration for the spoken word dialogue. Once the script was written, began working on the music, which flowed really well from a writing perspective. It's always a little bit challenging to write the soundtrack before the dialogue is recorded, because you really don't know how long the piece has to be. But once I had about 10 minutes of music written, I then recorded the dialogue and then edited the music to fit the length of the track. Then to finish it all off, the sound effects were added, which brought the whole package to life. Mixing and mastering followed, with a bunch of listening obviously in between to make sure everything sounded great. I tell you, sometimes just trying to find a quiet moment in the studio to record the dialogue is the hardest part of this job. I've got noisy kids running around slamming doors, and we've got two very loud pet goats that seem to think every time I press record that it's a good time to cry out. Not to mention, the rain on the roof. This summer's been terrible in terms of weather. Rain just pounding on the roof is not a good time to be recording softly spoken dialogue, I can tell you. So sometimes it's just a matter of walking away for a few minutes just to let the storm pass. But that can make things difficult as well, as you lose your flow and rhythm of the performance. I guess these are just some of the issues I face when putting these meditations together. It's fun, but it can be challenging at times. I think the easier the meditation is to write and record, the happier I seem to be with the end result. I'm really happy with these two recordings, probably because the process was so effortless. That's not to say I don't put a lot of effort into these releases. There's still countless hours of work in each recording, and I always give it, 100% on each one. The process for these two was fun, and I think the end result is really good. As I've said in the past, some meditations can be a little more challenging to work through than others, and you really have to fight to get them to a point where they are complete. But these two worked, and I had a lot of fun working on them. So that's it for now. As always, please subscribe to this channel if you can. It helps me out immensely. Please stream my meditations. They're all available on all digital platforms online. And if you really want to support Pathway to Perception, please visit my Bandcamp page and purchase my meditations from there. You can find all the links in the description below. Thank you so much for your time once again. I hope you enjoyed the peek behind the curtain. Until next time.